The grass withers and the flowers fade, but the word of our God shall stand forever. Look back at verse 2, because that's what I want to deal with this little message around. Verse 2, the B part says, go down to that place and buy food there, that we can live and not die. Go down to that place and buy food so we can live and not go down to that place and buy food so we can live and not die. I'm going to talk for a moment using as a subject surviving the struggle. Surviving the struggle. Just look at somebody who's not too tired and tell them we're going to survive. We're going to. I told you don't talk to them about the tired. Look at somebody who got some joy, real quick and tell them we're going to survive. Surviving the struggle. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, saints and sinners, as you watch the news every day, even if you don't watch the news, if you look at the news feed on whatever social media site that you subscribe to, right now, it won't be long before you discover unequivocally that we're living in some struggling times. All right. It doesn't take long. Every day you look at the news or look at Twitter or Facebook or social media, it's evident that make no mistake about it, we're living in some troubled time. There's trouble economically when you understand that prices are steadily rising and many times income is going down. You understand that we've got jobs who are closing down, and you got people now who are building machines to put people out of work, whereas you used to do the work. Now they're creating machines to do the work. And you understand, if a machine does your job, then you won't have a job. It's a struggling time economically, but not only economically are we struggling, but it's a struggling time domestically. The violence has taken over the land. We've gone from being America, the home of the brave and the land of the free, and now we're living in the wild, wild west. Y'all don't talk to me. In the wild, wild west, anything goes. Anytime you can sit at your house on your couch and you watch the news and you watch a man kill a news reporter and a cameraman on live TV. And for many of us, it didn't even shake us because we're used to seeing folk die. Y'all ain't saying nothing. It suggests to me we're living in troubled times. When the police can kill a black man, he lay in the street for 6 hours with no covers on him, and folk walk by and look and keep what y'all ain't gonna say nothing. We're living in some domestically troubled times. Not only are we struggling economically and domestically, we're struggling politically. God, anytime you got an imbecile or blockhead like Donald Trump who's leading your country, you got a blockhead like Donald Trump who's leading the presidential campaign, a man who will say anything and everything and not even qualified to even be in the House. And that joker is the front runner in the political. It suggests to me we're living in troubled times. We're in the midst of struggling and trouble. And the closer we get to the end of time, the worse things are going to get. I wish I could tell you it's going to get better, but the truth is it's going to get worse before it gets better. Ryan, it's not long now, and not many days from now, we're going to change the currency. You might not believe it, but the currency is going to change. And Revelation 13 and 17 talks about in the last day, you ain't going to be able to buy or sell nothing unless you got the mark of the beast in your hand or in your hand. In other words, the money you got now ain't going to be no good. You got to take a mark in order to buy anything. And if you don't take that mark, either you're going to starve or you're going to be y'all ain't gonna say nothing. You know, read your Bible. Revelation 13 and 17 suggests we understand we're in the midst of some troubling times. And if we ever needed God before, church, y'all ain't gonna talk to me. Yeah, it's some troubled times. It's some troubling time, Louise, but I want to suggest to you that in the midst of a struggle, you still can survive. You really wonder how you going to survive. You're going to survive because God is still in charge. yeah, the Muslims gonna be in trouble right through here because Muhammad can't get them out of this. The atheists gonna be in trouble right through here because science can't get them out of this. Other religions gonna be in trouble right through here because their God can't get them out of this. But the same God that got Daniel out of Isaac, and I feel like a person, the same God that got the disciples out the storm, and the same God that split the Red Sea and the children walk on dry land is the same God that's going to do it again. When you just tell somebody, tell him he's going to do it again. Come on. No, that's what tell him he's going to do it again. He's going to heal your body again. He's going to make a way for you again. He's going to open up some doors for you again. I know he did it before, but God told me to tell you. Yeah, he's going to do it again. We serve Jehovah Jireh. Yeah, Jehovah Jireh. And no matter what comes and no matter what goes, you can survive struggling times. Listen, no matter how high gas prices go, and let me prove it to you that you're going to survive. You know somebody who can't even put gas in their car. Wait. Matter of fact, you know somebody ain't even got a car at all. But no matter how high gas was, you never stop riding. Y'all talking to me, won't he take care of you? Y'all ain't gonna sit up at you. You talk about how bad the economy is, and you always talk about how much you're struggling and straining. But I've been watching y'all every Sunday. You ain't missed a hair appointment yet. Y'all I've been watching your nails still done, your toes still done. You still buying shoes. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me. You still wearing black bottoms, red bottoms, all kind of bottoms. You eat what I watch you on Facebook. You checking in at Longhorn. And you talk about you struggle. That's because God can maintain you even in the midst of struggle. Yes, sir. Well, you talking about you got hard because you couldn't pay the cable bill. You sad because you had to take the HBO Showtime cards off. And you tripping talking about you got it hard. Y'all ain't sitting there. But don't you know there's somebody who would trade y'all ain't sitting there. They give that right as bad as you think you got it. Somebody would give that right on to be in your position. So I thought I'd tell you before I close, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter how bad it looks, no matter how dark your situation is, I want to suggest to you, you can survive the struggle. It doesn't matter how low the stock markets plummet. This week the stock markets went lower than it's been in recent history, and they're talking about another recession. But can I tell you, it doesn't matter how low the stock market goes. It don't matter if that blockhead goes in the White House. Our God is still in the lighthouse. Trump can get the White House. Our help don't come from there. Because he still runs the lighthouse. Then you and I can survive the struggle. I don't want to hold you long. You don't have to preach. Come on, Pastor. Do your thing. Go with it. But Tilly, when I look at Genesis 42, I found a familiar brother that you might know. I found this young man that's named Joseph. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know the story. I don't have time to treat the story today. You already know how this Joseph had some brothers who were jealous of him. Joseph had a dream. You got to be careful when you got a dream. Because folk around you will rather block the dream than help build the dream. That's why when you're a real dreamer, they call you stuck up. No, you just selective. Because you can't let everybody in your sacred space. Because somebody's going to try to block y'all ain't gonna say nothing. They'll block and they ain't gonna help you build. But Joseph didn't understand that, so he thought since he had a dream that everybody in his circle, even his family, was gonna be happy about his dream. But can I tell you, some of the first dream killers that you will encounter just may be with your same last name. Y'all ain't saying that. Some of the folk who don't want to see you make it the most are the same folk got the same kind of blood you got. Y'all ain't saying that. Ain't got nothing to do with the white man. Some of your worst enemies are black, just like you. Y'all say that. Yeah, in 30 years, every lie has ever been told on me. I don't know about you. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Every rumor that ever went out on me came from a mouth that had a color that looked kind of like money. Y'all ain't gonna say that. I didn't understand until I looked at Joseph and I understood that it's his own brothers that jacked him up. It's his own brothers that threw him into a pit. And they went back and they said, you already know that story. They went back and told his dad, a beast jumped on Joseph in the woods and killed the man. And here is his coat. It's got blood. The boy is dead. But you know, they dug a pit and they threw that boy in that pit. And then some slave masters came along, hey, and they sold Joseph into slavery. Oh God, you already know how he went down to Egypt, but God went down to Egypt with him. And I like that because it shows me, Sheila, that your enemy's plans will never outweigh God's purpose. Because when God decides he's going to bless you, I don't care what your enemies do, ain't nothing they can do to stop preaching it. What they meant for his bad, God turned it around and used it for his good. You already know how he was blessed even in prison. And he got out of prison and went to Potiphar's house. But whenever God started blessing, the devil is going to start messing. The devil jumped. You already know this now, ladies and gentlemen. The devil jumped in Miss Potiphar, and Potiphar's wife told a lie on the boy. Said that man tried to sleep with me, and Joseph ain't never wanted the woman no way. Oh God, sometimes they'll lie on you for doing what's right. She goes to Tasha for wanting to lay with the man, but start lying on the man. She said, lay with me. Joseph said, no, I ain't gonna do it. And she said, well, if I can't have you, ain't nobody gonna have you. So she said, baby, that boy you brought in our house, he tried to rape me. Now Joseph goes from Potiphar's house and he goes down in prison. But even in prison, he's in the right place at the right time. To me, I like it. God, listen, what you thought was a setback was really a setup. He's in prison at the right time, in the right place to meet the right people. The boy meets a baker and the boy come out of Pharaoh's house. And they had some dreams. And Potiphar, he's in his prison. And Joseph